learn about the ability of this Congress to get things done?
Well, this is how you get things done. The country clamors for bipartisanship. That's what it looks like. It's not pretty, and it's long, and it's confused, and it's yet another piece of legislation we had to pass in order to find out what's in it. But this is log rolling. This is how democracy in a continental nation gets things done.
Yeah, I guess that's why it's better to do nothing sometimes, especially if you have just won a landslide victory. Joining us now is Andy Roth, Vice President of Government Affairs at the Club for Growth. Hello, Andy.
Hi, thanks for having me.
My pleasure. This is a disaster, is it not, this spending bill?
Well, there's $1.1 trillion of disaster in it, so yeah, it definitely is. There's something for everybody when it comes to special interest groups.
Yeah, and why is it, do you think, that the Republicans let this happen?
Because I don't think it's really a party issue. It's more of an establishment issue. There are Republicans and Democrats on the Hill who are not, care about party. They care about power. And this bill offered them the opportunity to dole out power as they saw fit.
And of course, yeah, and you had the likes of Elizabeth Warren from the left and Ted Cruz from the right. Both trashing this, along with Nancy Pelosi and others. But it does come down to a leadership, and in this case, the leadership in the Republican Party happens to be establishment, and they had the power because they just won a landslide election, and they control the House even now, and they certainly could have, looked to defund the executive order, looked to defund. Parts of Obamacare, look to defund parts of the so-called war against global warming, which Josh Earnest stood there last week and bragged how every single thing I just mentioned is in there, including Michelle Obama's crazy school lunch program.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a Christmas tree right before Christmas. The White House got even more money for the EPA, more than they asked for, thanks to Republican leadership. It's just remarkable the breadth of all that was spent in this bill. The smarter thing to have done is to just pass a short-term CR into early next year and then allow conservatives a stronger voice as to what's going to be in it.
Yeah, all right. Well, what do you think, looking forward, do you see when the Senate turns Republican and the House increases its majority? We've heard vague rumblings of assurances from John Boehner that next year will be different. Do you think that, in fact, it will, or it'll be rubber stamp kind of as usual? Because don't forget, McConnell, the first thing he said after election night was the government will not get shut down, which is telling Barack Obama, ask for anything, and we're going to give it to you.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a lot of change going into next year. The best thing we can hope for is that a lot of Obama's nominations are going to get slow-walked from the Judiciary Committee to the Senate floor. Other than that, I think that there's going to still be problems about too much spending, too much waste, higher taxes, and especially Obama's administrative overreach. I think we're still going to have problems with the EPA. We're still going to have problems with immigration. And Congress is not going to assert its authority as it should when this happens. So it's going to be frustrating, but maybe there's going to be hope if we don't have Boehner as Speaker early next year, but it seems to be that way.
Yeah, I don't think that's I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. Andy, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Take care. Andy Roth, Vice President of Government Affairs at the Club for Growth, ladies and gentlemen. And it is terribly disappointing, terribly disappointing. It seems we're led down this path, those of us who are conservative, time after time. They're so afraid, and this is going to result, let me just predict something. If the presidential candidate that emerges from the Republican field adopts this kind of philosophy with the same old Republican strategists advising and working for the campaign, ooh, don't say this, ooh, don't do that, ooh, the media won't like that, ooh, that's insensitive, ooh, independents won't go for that, it's another loss in the vein of McCain and in the vein of Romney. You're going to need someone unleashed. And right now, we needed Boehner and McConnell unleashed. Now we got pork coming out of our noses. We'll talk about the market when we come back.